Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Today's video I wanted to actually record. I have been planning to record this for a long time, and I wanted to discuss a few things which I think are very crucial when it comes to practices. For everyone who's new to my channel, I would like to tell you I am Meenakshi, and I talk about everything mystical, probably everything that you cannot see, everything that you can sense but you cannot see. And I talk about energies. I talk about how this universe functions, how its laws are, and whether some people believe or not, they still remain. It doesn't change. Universal laws do not change for anyone. The human mind is capable of actually creating a lot of negative. And as I always talk about vibration, if you emit a negative vibration, you are even capable of creating a negative vibration or a negative spirit around you. And we are talking about we are at a time where people are getting aware about the spiritual existence. At least it was only limited to people who actually did sadhana and who was probably guided by gurus and who were probably guided by ancestors. Today I had met some people, and I thought I would make a video about that, where somebody asked me that, you know, somebody has told them that if you keep a picture of Tarama at home, it's not conducive for domestic life, and it's not good. I i only feel that, who are these people who talk like this? Who are these people who talk negative about these superpowers? Who are uh, first of all, who is anyone to judge anyone? I don't understand this. I get a lot of inquiries, lot of requests, and Diksha has been kind enough to actually address most of them on Instagram. And I hear a lot of questions from her, and I hear about human experiences where people have gone through certain things. Like today morning only, she was telling me that there's somebody who's been doing the Kal Bhairav Ashtakam for a long time, and and their anger issues were increasing. I think all the practices, what Eastern uh, methods are called, we call them sadhana. Similarly, Western methods are called magic. There is no difference between this sadhana and magic. It's the same thing. It's two sides of the same coin. In English, when we talk to somebody, we say it's magic. So, what happens? What is magic, or what does this sadhana allow you to do? This is something somebody needs to understand. What is it supposed to do for you? In a very simple word, between this world, the world which is created of matter, where you can study physics for that. This world which is created of matter, in that we can see most of the things. That's physics, and everything has its own energy. Things that we cannot see and cannot, but still has energy, that is what is metaphysics. The world between this world and there is a world beyond this, that when the veil between the worlds thin, or kind of get thinner, or we consciously allow them to thin for us, for individuals, that is what magic is supposed to do for you. Magic allows the veil to be removed between this world and that world. Now, I have actually spoken a lot about this in the past, that when we actually do certain kinds of things, now it's not obviously not for all, but when we actually do certain practices, we allow ourselves to connect to those energies. When we allow ourselves to connect to those energies, we don't have to be scared anymore, because that is a conscious effort that we are putting in to actually connect to those energies. What happens when you connect? To which energies you connect? There are millions and millions of them. As much as life is on earth, there are more energies than that. You can connect to any part of this spiritual enigma, or you can connect to any part or any speckle or any being of the spiritual realm, depending on your vibration, which I keep saying. But when we consciously decide that, okay, I want to, um, I want to evoke or invoke Hecate, or I want to invoke Lilith, or I want to invoke Kali, or I want to invoke Mahavidyas, or I want to invoke Chinnamasta, and I want to invoke Dhumavati. You are connecting to a certain energy point. You are connecting to that certain energy, and that certain energy is supposed to reflect on you. So most people, when most women actually, when they come to me, when they come and talk about relationship issues, and when they talk about domestic problems, or when they talk about, the attraction between husband and wife has died down, or something has happened in the house, I always talk to them about Kurukula, because Kurukula has the power of attraction. She has the power to increase that attraction. She has that power to control, and by controlling I mean controlling your own senses, your own, what you want and what you don't want, when you want to say a no, when you want to say a yes, what things are working for you, what things are not working for you. When you want to control somebody, there are millions of people who want to control people around them. But do you know actually how to control yourself first? So these are the things, you actually don't have to bother about anyone who is anyway not interested in making changes in their life, but they are looking at only making changes in other people's life. I think that's really hilarious, because you cannot do that. And I think whichever deity you support, even if it's the most fearsome deity that you are trying to invoke, the most fearsome and powerful deity that you are trying to get into your life, I think then what happens is, then you do have temper issues, then you do have uncontrolled anger, then you do have all these kind of negative things. Like when people talk to you, you probably are not in a position to understand what they are saying. You kind of have fights. There are people who we can't even have a conversation, probably just for even a minute, being patient. We start having arguments. There is a time you actually need to control. You have to control yourself at that point of time, and then get deeper into your sadhana. Not that you stop doing your sadhana, because that is your test. This life is all about test. After all, when we are getting into uncharted territory, that means we don't know what's going to happen there. We don't know. Everything is an experiment. It's just like making dal for the first time. It, and it probably tastes something else. And over the years, you add masalas to it, you add some finish to it, you add some that secret thing to it that is special to you. So when they have that dal of yours, they know this dal is made by so and so. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So when we work with energies, it's important that we allow ourselves to sink into that energy. We allow ourselves to get into that energy. We allow ourselves to dive deep into that energy, because ultimately you need to get deeper. You need to get deeper into this particular aspect of life. When we get deeper into it, we get all our answers. And that is something which really, really excites me. And I think that over so many years of my experience in dealing with people, understanding people's problems or listening to them, every different sector every different kind of upbringing, everybody has a different problem altogether. It's very important that we look into ourselves, we understand what our priorities are, we try to understand what we are trying to get into, and I think then we should decide. And once you have decided that, once you have decided that you're going to stick to it no matter what, this sticking to it no matter what plays a very important role, because that is the secret. That is that, probably you've been hearing no from somebody for years, and that the moment that you're breaking up, the moment that you're breaking your patience and you're just trying to stop, the next moment is actually your winning point. This is something that I have realized. And I always talk about cleansing things. That's a very voodoo and hoodoo kind of practice. But yes, it's very important to live in a cleansed area. It's very important when we're dealing with energies. You need to understand there are very subtle energies which are going to try and stop you from doing what you're doing. And if you stop, that means you're giving in. So the point is to stick to it no matter what, even if that seems to be the most difficult thing to handle, even if you don't feel like doing it, even if you don't want to wake up, even if you don't want to exercise, even if you don't want to take the next difficult step, even if you don't want to take the next difficult decision. I think the most important thing for you is to probably stick to the thing that you started, and for whatever you have started, because that one point where you're planning to break, where that your break point is the point where the next step is your winning point. So please understand that the spirits, the guides are ready to help you. They are there, they are out there for you. They are just waiting for you to, reach out to them. They are waiting. That is because that's the simplest way and the easiest way to connect to your deeper self, and to go high up and rise up again like a phoenix. Because everything around in this world, everything around you is going to try and stop you from getting what you want. And the one most important person who can stop you from getting what you want is you. Because it is your weakness, it is your lack of confidence, it is your lack of self esteem and belief that is going to stop you from getting it. And of course, there are loads of people around you who have already told you that you cannot achieve it. So, friends, when people have told you that you cannot do something, that is the time you need to show it to the world that you are made for that thing and that you're going to achieve it. This is the most important thing in saying yes and saying no, doing things and not doing things, waking up or sleeping. This is all. The decision is yours ultimately. Whether you want to wake up and achieve your dreams, or you want to laze around and be unproductive. It's absolutely up to you. So, this is what I wanted to tell you for today, that even if things go wrong while you're doing a practice, even when you begin a practice, when you think that, oh no, this is not what I wanted, this is something which is getting dangerous, this is giving me a different kind of result, this is not working out for me, that is the time when you're supposed to stick to it. Because that is the difference between achievers and failures. And I always believe, and I always tell to my students who get mentored by me, and I sometimes tell them that why did Krishna choose Arjun to be with? And why did Krishna choose to be with Arjun? What was the reason? And I always felt that God also wants to be with the best. Arjun was the best warrior, and God wanted to be with him. And since he was intelligent, in a very simple manner, I'm telling you, since he was intelligent, he knew that he would be the one to ask the right questions. And the most important book that can be your guide in your life's journey I look at it as the Mahabharata, and I always look at it and I pick up incidents from there, and I see what would have what would Mahabharata have done in this particular situation. Because every situation of your life, you get the same situation in Mahabharata. I'm sure some of you would have noticed that. And it's a difficult thing to follow, but I follow it because I think I'm not going to give in to anything that is happening around me. I would rather make it the most difficult thing of my life and still fight for it. For me, it's this one life, and in this one life, I'm going to achieve whatever I want to achieve in this life, and there is no stopping me. And I train my students in that way that they should never give up any dream of their life. You need to dream big. You need to have that confidence that you can do it. If a dream isn't big enough, it's not a dream at all. So dream big, achieve it, stick to it, do the things that are required, and just go get it. Because I can assure you, if you stick to that, you are going to get it. And all the spirits and all your ancestors are going to be on your side to help you to get it. So please never give up on your deity, never give up on your guru, never give up on your spirit guides, because you've come to this world to find a purpose. And once you find your purpose, stick to it, because that is what is going to save you through. I know a lot of you would be saying it's easier said than done, but no, I have done it, because every time I've had two options in front of me, I have always chosen the most difficult one. And every time I was given two choices and I have always chosen the difficult one. I don't want it easy, because I know if it is easy, it's not good. And if it is something good that you're looking for, it cannot be easy. So I choose the difficult path. I know I have somebody behind me who is always watching over me. And I know I can trust her with my life. So that's all for today. And as always, I would tell you, if you need my guidance, do send us email and appointments. You can get appointments. You can fix up an appointment through Instagram, or you can email us for appointment requests. That is how we do it. And there are subscription options on Instagram where we do post different kind of sadhanas on a regular basis. If anyone wants to do sadhanas, you can go to Instagram and subscribe to the channel, where on a weekly basis, more or less, we post about 2 to 3 rituals that can actually probably change your life. And of course, it's a paid subscription. It's hardly about 300 odd rupees. And I believe if somebody doesn't want to pay 300 rupees for changing their life, then I think they don't want to change their life. So it's better they don't take it. And because I have been taught that there's no free lunch and you need to work for yourself, because today's world, everybody has that much of money to at least make some teeny weeny changes in their life. I always pray whoever is aligned to my energy, or whoever I can serve and get better, only such people should be directed to me. This is a prayer that I have almost every day, and I have been doing it for the last 15-20 years, that the people who are aligned to me, who I can help, should be guided towards me. Otherwise, no. I have different ways of handling things, and I don't want things easy. And since I don't want things easy, I the mentees that I have, I kind of sharpen them to an extent that they become so sharp that they can cut through anything in their life. So that's what I'm there for, and I'm always there for helping you. I hope that answers a lot of your questions. Thank you for watching, and I shall be back with a new video sometime. Thank you.